Welcome back to the Sunday Sports Frenzy. It's time for the Sunday Sit-Down, and Peter Freund joins us. He is the CEO of the Diamond Baseball Holdings, which as of last month is the owner of the Harrisburg Senators. So, Peter, how long had both sides kind of been working towards this outcome?
Literally since the beginning, the Harrisburg Senators have been on our list of teams that we wanted to own and operate. I was friends with Mark Butler personally, and the Schwab family, who's in Harrisburg, who's actually remains in the ownership group. And when Mark passed, obviously there was a lot that had to happen, with his estate. But the reality is we've always wanted to own the Harrisburg Senators, so it was high on our list.
With fingerprints on organizations like Scranton Wilkes-Barre and Altoona, what made Harrisburg so attractive?
As we think about acquisitions, we look for everything from the market, which is very strong, to the actual physical stadium. Obviously very unique out on the island, but with the improvements that the city is making to bring it up to PDL compliance, which is very important for Major League Baseball and obviously the Nationals to continue to have an affiliation there. So that's a tremendous win for us. And then the management team, we are really proud of the fact that in the 33 teams that we have now purchased, that all of those management teams are still in place and led by Kevin Culp and his crew. We couldn't just be in a better place and happier to have a management team like theirs. They know the ins and outs of minor league baseball. They understand that it's family friendly, affordable. It's a really important pillar to the community.
Did you get the chance to check out City Island and F&B Field, and what were your thoughts on the Senators franchise as you went through this process?
It's fabulous. I've been there more than once over the years, and I think that it is incredibly unique setting. But again, the facility is really what it's about for us from both a player standpoint. It's really important that the player development side is happy, and we have everything that is needed for the future stars of Major League Baseball. And then obviously for the fans, right? We want to make sure that every amenity that we can offer, whether it be a food offering, or whether it be a luxury suite, or whether it just be a lawn seat, those are all things that are really important to us. So.
Has there been any talk with the city of Harrisburg as they announced money for improvements to F&B Field and City Island? And has Diamond Baseball Holdings had any input on the improvements that they would like to see?
No, well, look, the improvements are set by Major League Baseball and the requirements of the player development contract. So everything that's happening, whether it's expansion of clubhouse and women's locker rooms and some of the things that are now required to remain an affiliate, is really what the city is focused on. So we have not had sort of a further conversation to say, okay, let's partner on the following 10 things that we see as opportunities at the ballpark, and we will have those conversations. But again, we've owned the team for a couple of weeks, and we'll get there.
Peter, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. And if you want to see the complete interview on the Harrisburg Senators' new owner, you can head over to fox43.com.